Hi, basically in this task I'm going to be talking about doing task 4. I'm going to be talking about why it's so important to involve audience in any type of film you're making. I'm going to talk about our title sequence called Meat Eater, and I'm going to be talking about who I believe the audience was for that and other aspects which might like come in and be a little bit involved in what I'm about to say. First of all, there are many reasons why I think that the audience is important to the media producers. Audience generally have a really huge impact in everything that we do, so it is actually compulsory or essential that the media producers have an audience. The reason I say this is because they're going to need to be financed, so they'll be able to be financed the film or program they'll be able to finance the film or program. Without audience, media producers do not have anyone that they could target the media towards. So this is bad because, of course, they're making media or they're making something to have viewers to want to have or look at or take or buy. So without having an audience, no one's going to buy it, and you're going to just waste your money and waste sales. Having an audience is essential for a media producer, as the audience are the people who are seeing and judging whatever they like the film, magazine or program. So without the audience, they have no target, and people would be just people watching that were using the media wouldn't be using it. So it'd be wasting, and it's just as if you're not getting any customers or consumers, which is important, and that's why it's important to have audience. Audience is a key element to media producers, as without getting us the right target audience, there could be really bad consequences, such as media producers losing more money than they're gaining, and a media producer doesn't want to be losing money, they want to be gaining money. So if they have no audience, they can't really gain more money than they were wasting on making the product or film, book, etc. Audience is important to media producers as it involves audience engagement. This basically shows how an audience can interact with the media, which is actually really important. This is important because it's a very good element to be able to make your customers feel involved with the media you're providing. Media producers could use things such as audio identification to make a particular person feel special. To make someone feel special, that's really good. So it's as if it's only talking to one person, it's only talking to you. So overall, it's really important for the media producers to make the audience, to have a consideration of the audience, because the audience are the main people that are involved. Because if you're not making the audience happy, then the media won't sell. You're just selling to no one, because audience is the most important thing. There's no point of making a product, making a film like us, making Meat Eater, if we didn't have a right audience and we didn't think about having an audience, because then we won't be selling it to anyone. We'll just be making something, providing something for no one's benefit, because no one's been aware of what's being made, and no one might not even like it because they haven't been concerned or considerated while making the product. And that's why a lot of things have gone wrong for people, because they haven't seen the audience as being one of the central things to look at when making a product. We discovered who our target audience were through a lot of different ways. For example, we did some Pearl and Dean research, which was really, really helpful. In this research, I was looking at a comparable table, and it helped me see things such as the amount of girls and boys who watched a specific film or a specific photo program, and other things as well. There was a huge amount of help. This was a huge amount of help towards us, as it made us more aware of target audience and how we could use it in our title sequence, and what to be aware of and what not to be aware of. And we could look at different types of films that we use in Pearl and Dean. So we could look at, like, for example, I looked at Dawn of the Dead, and then I would look at a different film, and you could see which one more people viewed, which more people watch, and you can try and figure out why. And that's why it's important for audience, because you're figuring out why not as much people like this particular thing. We also did a questionnaire which helped us which actually allowed us to ask several people in our college different types of perspectives, their perspective on films, how much I would pay for a film, what type of genres they like, and like more questions. But we got to go to them face to face and ask them, and which was recorded, and it's on my blog, which was really helpful because we actually got to see it firsthand from comparing it to the Pearl and Dean, which was on the internet. So this one we actually we put our way, and we managed to talk to people and see, and we could ask open questions. They could answer it in a way they would like. When trying to discover our target audience, primary and secondary research was actually extremely important, and it was actually a big part of it, because primary and secondary research is actually a big difference. So we took part in primary research with contacting people directly. This meant interacting with people, asking them questions, and this was through a questionnaire. So we would ask them a question, they'd tell us the answer, which is on my blog. We did secondary research, which was done through the Pearl and Dean research. It was already done for us. It was all on the internet. And then that was like quantitative data, which took place looking at Pearl and Dean's research, which was really good. And it gave us all of this, the primary research, secondary research, quantitative data, all gave us different types of responses, because there were all different types of elements of research. It wasn't just, we didn't just do questionnaires. We managed to do different types of research. Things such as demographics were really important when trying to figure out the audience, because that makes a really big difference. And without looking at things like demographics, you wouldn't really get the whole audience thing correct, because every aspect makes a difference. Overall, I came to find that our target audience would be 16s and over, due to the element that it was too scary for people younger than 16. I asked a few 16-year-olds, which will be shown, it's on my blog, which will be shown, if they would enjoy this thriller, and they would say that, of course, for a 16-year-old, it's quite good, because it's like you're expecting a sense of excitement, and you know it's a thriller, so you're expecting to be scared. You're not expecting to be happy. You're expecting to have little elements which are scary. So that's why 16-year-olds believed that it was right for them. We decided that males and females would be the target audience. They would be the target audience, so that we won't be biased, because when audience is involved in that as well, so we didn't want to be biased there. And then overall, we decided that target would be for both women, both male, over 16, because you can have PG, 16, 18. So we believe 16 was a good limit to have it at. And we tried to convey this all through the research we've done, through the tasks we've done. And I'll actually ask more. There's more research going to be under here about different tasks, and more research we've done to get the reason before why meet audience is such an important issue to media products. And yeah, they all relate to this topic.